Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I just Donovan was just talking about how quickly you've been picking up the plays at practice, and just curious how you're acclimating so far and your early impressions of your teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a crazy, what's it been? Maybe like 48 hours now since I got the news, roughly. So it's been wild, packing up your life and moving across country and then just trying to, like you kind of touched on, just get acclimated to the team and my teammates and obviously like the system and the plays and everything. But I'm just trying to do everything I can to pick things up, ask questions, and my teammates have been amazing, and same with the coaching staff. Just top down is a first class organization, and it's no coincidence why we're the number one team in the league, have the best record in the league, and have consistently been going to the playoffs every single year.
Next up, Tony Jones, The Athletic.
Hey, Matt, I'm Tony Jones. Nice to meet you. Um, I guess my question is, what's it been like, acclimating, knowing that you have a guy here in George that you played with for 3 years, that you kind of lived across the hall from at Iowa State, and just generally have a long-term friendship with. So how has that helped you kind of acclimate to the Jazz in the Salt Lake?
Yeah, I mean, having George is obviously huge for me. Like you touched on, we played 3 years together at Iowa State, and we've been really close friends. Or we grew that friendship then and have been really close friends ever since. And actually, in the bubble, just from me being around George and like grabbing breakfast with him or a meal or stuff like that, I was actually around other guys from the Jazz. I know Donovan, I met him out there and got to know him a little bit, and Joe, and just a few other guys just doing, we all had like ice baths out by the pool together, a bunch of the team. So there was times where we were all together, I guess, out there, and that just gave us some familiarity with each other too, and is helping me adapt and adjust, I think, a little bit quicker as well.
Andy Larson, Salt Lake Tribune.
Hey, Matt, just wanted to know kind of what you think about your fit for this team kind of on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think the way I play is a perfect fit for the way the Jazz plays. Obviously, Coach Q likes to play fast and get up a lot of threes, and that's what I love to do. That's what I'm best at doing, and that's why I'm in the league, right? So they play the right way. They make the extra pass. Everyone can kind of shoot, pass, and dribble, and it's a really, really dynamic offense. Then defensively, just kind of you have the best big in the league with Rudy, and just being able to kind of funnel everything to him. And I think it's like I said, just a really good fit, not only for me as a player, but as a person. I think I'm going to fit in really well with the way guys are on this team, just the personalities of this team, and just the values and everything that they stand for.
Ben Anderson, KSLSports.com.
Matt, how familiar are you with just kind of the stuff the Jazz run? Like, do you think 10% of the plays, or is it less than that? Is it more than that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm starting to catch on. I had a little walkthrough this morning and tried to pick up as much as I could, but that's all I've gotten so far. And then just trying to be a sponge and watch and learn when I'm not in the game. But like you said, with my relationship with George, I've always watched the Jazz when they're on TV, or tried to follow them when I could. So that also gives me a little leg up, just kind of knowing how they play. But no, it's hard to put a percentage on it right now.
Next up, Niall Campbell, UtahJazz.com.
Hi, Matt. Nice to meet you. So George said that he immediately reached out to you, when he heard the news. Wanted to know what that initial conversation was like. And then, do you know anything about the state of Utah or Salt Lake City?
Yeah, so George, I mean, typical George, he FaceTimed me right away and he was all happy. Obviously, I was really excited about the move, just to, again, kind of reunite with him. And then it's I'm pretty fortunate to be able to join the best team in the league, like I touched on. And I think it's a great fit for me moving forward in my career. So I'm really happy about being here. And in regards to your question about Utah, I don't know a ton. I was just asked earlier if I had been here outside of the NBA, and I did play at Iowa State. We played BYU my freshman year in Provo. So that was my only other time in Utah. I love like the outdoors, and like I've heard there's a lot of obviously with the mountains here, and there's a bunch of cool national parks. So that's stuff that I can definitely get into in the off season. I'm looking forward to.
Eric Walden, Salt Lake Tribune.
Hey Matt, so when we were talking to George the other day, he mentioned that that right before the trade deadline, Dennis Lindsey had come to him as he was getting shots up, and he panicked, thinking that he was the one being traded, and instead that Dennis was asking him about you, and then told him that you guys were teammates. What was your immediate reaction when you found out that the deal had been struck and you were on your way to the Jazz?
Well, it's funny. I was actually on the golf course playing golf when I found out. So all of a sudden, obviously my phone's blowing up. Talked to my agent, and then I'm, talking to the front office people with the Raptors, and then also with the Jazz. And I had to get off the course pretty quick because obviously I was going to be on a flight here in the next 12 hours. But like I said, I was excited because not only I'm joining the best team in the league, and I keep saying it, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I do think it's a perfect fit for me and in the way I play, and also just from a personality and just like a teammate standpoint. I think I'm just going to fit in really well with the guys here. So I'm really excited about the move, and I'm really looking forward to the run we're going to make this season.
Last one's a follow-up from Kristen Kenny, Jazz TV.
All right. So George also said that he would love to see you in a shooting battle with Joe and Boyan. How do you think that would end?
Yeah, both those guys can shoot it extremely well. I'm a confident shooter myself, so I'm going to put myself up against anyone, but I guess it's all speculation until it happens. But I think it would definitely be competitive.
All right, that's all. Thank you, Matt.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.